The rear wiper showing its age, needs some new paint. The wiper blade itself is rusting and paint's gone. And to turn this on, it kind of sticks, so I think I'm gonna have to lubricate something down in here. So there's a plastic cover here, and I've got a socket. There's a nut here. And remove the nut and lift up over here, take it out of the holder here, take that loose, and then just pull out on there, and the hose is off and the wiper arm is off. This ready to paint. I'm going to remove this plastic cover just carefully. Remove that. Squirter end. Yeah, to remove this. And one thing I noticed too, I heard it pop. So that was that cracked right there, and this is the part that goes into the lift gate, so I'm just going to super glue that back together. Then I'm going to remove the hose, this whole hose, and the wiper armature is all rusty, and this blade works fine, so I'm gonna remove the rubber part of this and repaint this whole thing. Getting this blade off this. And it goes in there, so I'm gonna have to get that out. There's a clip there. The squirter is right there, so I have to carefully take that hose off. Oops. Whole squirter slides. Actually, yeah, the squirter can be taken off carefully. There we go. And then, see, this paint is peeling. I'm using some really fine sandpaper. I want to feather down this rough edge, and I want to scuff up the surface so that the paint has something to stick to. So I'll sand over that whole thing after I take off the hose, take off the rubber part of the blade. We got all the parts sanded, and I'm gonna degrease them, clean them off with some rubbing alcohol. This is 91%. This is the nut that holds the wiper onto the truck. It was really rusty, so painted everything else, might as well paint that. I'm just going to wipe everything off. I'm going to use some rust-oleum rusty metal primer because there is rust on some of these parts. follow all the directions in the can. I've already shaken it up. It says to put 2 or 3 light coats on. And you don't want to spray on a windy day, and you want to be far away from nozzle plug. I couldn't get the other primer to work, so I'm going to use some rust-oleum self-etching primer. It's been 5 minutes, and so I flipped them over. Put a coat on this side. It said to put 3 light coats on. You always want to keep the can moving. The primer's dried for a couple days. Actually, it rained yesterday. Top coat, I'm going to put on some rust-oleum gloss protective enamel. Read the directions in the can, follow those. I've shaken it up well. I'm going to just put a real light coat on first. The nozzle just plugged up, and what the can says to do is don't stick anything into the sprayer like a pin, but to pour some type of a thinner on it. So I'm going to do that. Probably use I'm going to use lacquer thinner. I put some lacquer thinner in this sprayer. Let's see if this works. Nope. Might have to fire rust-oleum. Oh, I'm thinking they all do it. I have another can. Follow all the directions on these cans. Oops. I'm going to put 2 or 3 light coats on, and you can go a couple minutes apart. I'm going to do this side, and then it says to let dry for 2 or 3 hours. It's getting late tonight, so I'll have to finish it up tomorrow. This is the hose for the rear wiper in the Tahoe. You can see that cracked right there. So I have to be really careful. I don't want to get any glue on the inside of that and plug it up. Just going to put a little bit on there. Push that together and hold it. Stand. I'm going to put a little bit more glue on top of that crack. Reinforce it. I'll let that dry. The rear wiper on the Tahoe has been sticking a little bit, so I'm going to use some Tri-Flow Superior lubricant. This stuff I've used for years, works great. So spray a little bit. Oops. Around where that pivots. Put on the nut. Tighten that out. Snug that out. And this wraps around. Pushed in there. It's a squirter. And then this cover goes on. I should wait it. That's it. Careful. I broke this once. Let's see. There we go. And it looks a lot better than it did. Showing its age, needs some new paint. The wiper plate itself is rusting and paint's gone. The paint had actually wore off and much better. Be sure and check out my other videos. Please subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment below. Have a great day.